Hi, this is Kalty, and you're listening to Jocks and Jills.
This episode in this season of Jocks and Jills is brought to you by Shark Ninja, Shark Beauty, Shark Home, and Ninja Kitchen, proud founding partner of the PWHL. And it's also brought to you by the Shark Cryo Glow Cooling and LED Face Mask. If we sound a little weird and you're not watching the podcast, Tess and I are currently wearing them. It's the only med spa inspired mask to combine clinically tested IQ LED technology and InstaChill cold technology for results starting with the touch of a button. Select a routine, track progress, adjust your chill level. I've been adjusting my chill level. Pause and resume. You know what, guys? And in the spirit of Halloween, it will absolutely scare your partners and your children and your pets. You don't even need a Halloween costume. You got trick-or-treaters coming to your door? Throw this bad boy on.
That's a really good idea. It's a way to get your skincare routine in there. I'm being serious. It terrifies my kids. But it's awesome. And like that cooling thing that you were talking about is great. I got to say off the top, and I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm being so honest right now. Sometimes there's like partnerships and stuff that are like, hey, let's try this. And you're like, okay, well, I'm not really going to pump this stuff because, I mean, it's all right. But if I had to buy it, I wouldn't. I do not feel that sentiment towards anything Shark Ninja that we've received. Clean Latifah still lives rent-free in this house because she's the best roommate in the whole entire freaking world, okay? Clean Latifah, love you. Best roommate I've ever had. This cryo glow facial thing, I can't tell you how many of my friends have reached out. Is like, how is it? Like, should I get one? I was like, you need to get one last year. Like that's how much I love this thing. My air fryer, live and die by that thing. Double
Love
stack.
That thing. Love my Ninja
I know
Crispy
your
too.
mini crispy. Yeah, you and your mini crispy have this love.
It's a
triangle
special
thing
relationship.
Going on.
Every day at lunch, I roll down there. I say, "Hey, Crispy, what's up?" And we get our thing going. It's a special relationship that we have.
The blow dryer that I got, it's like to be honest, my kids had their picture day today when we're recording, the day that we're recording. So this on Thursday, and I had Ed blow dry Annie's hair last night. It was just a little bit wet. I didn't want her going to bed with fully wet hair. Yeah. So I was like, here, just grab mine. So I gave it to him with the attachment on, and he literally came around the corner. He was like, "This is awesome," and I'm like,
"Oh my gosh!" Even helping dads like, look with daughter hair.
Yeah, he's like, "Look at this." I was like, "I know," and he's like big into like doing Annie's hair and being part of her little morning routine. He follows this like dad braids guy on Instagram.
I think you see him, yeah.
It's great. Anyways, he was just like, "I'm never not using anything but this." And I was like, dude, I know. This is the best partnership we've ever had, and I never want this to die.
I know.
It's so good.
Thank you so much. Shark Ninja, Shark Home, Ninja Kitchen, Shark Beauty. We're such a big fan of you guys. And thank you so much for all the work you do for the PWHL and for helping us put on Jocks and Jills. And again, at the beginning, we were wearing the Shark Cryo Glow. It combines high energy LEDs, deep penetrating infrared, and under eye cooling.
And just so everyone knows, it's not just us wearing these at night. Nope. We've got video and picture evidence of our significant others taking part as well. So male, female, there is no judgment.
Nobody wants aging lines or acne or anything.
I mean, you can have them.
They're for everyone. You can have them, absolutely. But this
is just
what we're working on lately. Honestly, my favorite part is how it cools the under eyes. Anyways, welcome to season 3 of Jocks and Jills. It's so weird yapping off the top. We are just under 1 month out from the beginning of the regular season. The puck drops on November 21st on season 3 of the PWHL. We miss you all so much over the summer. How you feeling, Tess? Like, we haven't had a break from one another over the summer. Like, we obviously couldn't stand that. We took a little break from yapping on the mic over the summer, and I feel like we're both refreshed.
100%. And like, we took breaks. I want to say breaks from each other, like vacations away from each other. And I look, as far if anybody follows Julia on Instagram or TikTok or one of the other million social platforms that she's on, I have no place starting off the updates. Okay, Julia, you can take this from here. We should almost add a drum roll because you have all of the big news to share, from the rock to the house to being an auntie. I mean, there is a lot going on.
Crazy summer, guys. I got engaged. Liam, we used to do partner points in our first season of Jocks and Jills.
He just wins. Day one, he wins.
He would have really cleaned up with this one. I know I posted, you and I were talking, you were like, you weren't surprised. You posted on TikTok. I actually was surprised because, second update, everyone, jockeys, that's something that we're working on this season. We're going to figure out what to call you guys, if you're Jocks or Jills or what your listener name is. We just bought a house. Like, I'm in my new house right now. You can kind of hear a little bit of an echo because it'd be empty as hell right now. We're working on putting stuff inside the house, which is something you don't really think about when you buy a house. But so I didn't really know if we were going to get engaged like that soon. We were going home to Thunder Bay for a wedding, so it wasn't really on my radar that would be the case. But then honestly, my mom is that girl. Like, she loves fall photos with the fam, even though we're grown-ups.
Hard not to. Yeah.
I know. You have toddlers though. Like, they look extremely different every year. Like, I look the same since we took family photos 2 years ago.
Grown.
And in fact, I might even look a little worse than I did 2 years ago. I was like, Mom, can't we just keep those ones? Like, do we need to take family photos? She's like, no, we do. We're going to go take them at the beach, whatever. All good. But then we get home and we're on our way, and me and Liam are the only ones that get in the car. I'm like, are you guys not coming to our family photos? Like, what's going on here? And she's like, yeah, we're coming in the other car. We just have we've got the dog, so we're going to take the other car. So I was, and then he started playing all of our favorite songs on the way there. So I kind of started to pick it up on the drive. But honestly, on the way to, I was surprised by the moment itself. And I was kind of glad I kind of got to, you know me, like I don't do that well with like total surprises. It was nice I got to like ease my way into the surprise, if that makes sense.
A soft landing.
Yeah, it was a soft landing. And then he even hired a photographer, and she came out of the bushes like a Navy SEAL. Like, I didn't know that she was there for her name is Emma Elizabeth on Instagram. Shout out to her, because I did not think that she was there for even 5 minutes after. We were just soaking it all in, having a great time. And then she popped out of the bush. Like, in my mind, she was wearing a ghillie suit, but she actually wasn't.
I was gonna say, was she sporting camo? Like, was she actually like bought in?
She was like deep in the bushes though. And she was like, I think wearing like I think she was wearing all green. Amazing summer. And then to end it off, last night, I met my first niece, Liam's brother, and his wife had a baby, Rory Rose. Like, doesn't that sound like a defenseman, or am I just saying
welcome to the team, Rory Rose? Yeah, because of Rory Gilday, you're just totally piggybacking off of Rory.
I know.
She could be a goal scorer, though.
I'm like, oh my gosh, she sounds like a player, guys.
Because Rose is softening it up a little bit. Speaking of Rose, how about these beautiful Rose sweatshirts we're wearing?
So nice.
Rose softens it up a little bit, so she could have like soft hands around the net, just cleaning up the garbage, going bar down.
It's such a good handle
next to the crease.
And she's so small. I've never held a baby that small. Like, she's
crazy,
so good, and her head was all
and
crusty,
the Snuggies are the best. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and her little hands were gripping on everything. It was just the sweetest thing in the world. So I guess I became a grown-up this summer. Not fully, but I really do feel like I've had a lot of changes over the summer.
I love that you're like, and the greatest thing of all, to top it all off, like, I feel like coming up to the moment of your niece, the greatest, I mean, I shouldn't even say that because you got engaged and you bought a house, but there was a moment that was up there with all of these moments. And that was the fact that, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Julia attended Michaela Cava's Walter Cup celebration party. It just so happened awesome. You were in Thunder Bay. Stop.
I swear it was an accident. It was a happy universe smiles on Julia and the city of Thunder Bay and the sleeping giant and the Cava family. We were all, her camp is amazing. Her family's amazing. Her dad's a Molson rep. So there was just beers on beers and seltzers on seltzers, like Molson stuff everywhere. They're Italian, so you know the food was amazing. The Cava family, honestly, like they're such amazing people. It was such a good time. Actually, I was about to say I might be an honorary member of the Cava family, but I don't want to offend the Fast family, who I'm also deeply involved with right now.
Oh, I understand why. You're smart. Hey, great move. We've been telling everyone to pick them if they ever get engaged or going to have a wedding or anything, really, a celebration. And you totally got into our advice.
And now Greg has to hear from me like 100 times a week. And I love him so much. Like,
he's going to send Dude, he's going to send you like 2 separate bills, one for just him doing his job and then the other for like therapy.
Emotional support and therapy. Yeah, probably. He's honestly made, everybody's told me how stressful wedding planning is. And like looking at it, I was a little bit, I sent you a couple memes when I first started that were like, what do you mean you never dreamed of being a bride? And it's like, oh, I was making witch soup out of mud and bugs. And that's pretty much what my childhood consisted of. But Greg has made it very, very fun. So as
he
per
dreamt
usual,
of your wedding for you, and he's going to make it awesome.
Thank God he did that. Okay, I've done too much talking about myself and now I feel awkward. Please tell me about your summer.
I love it. We had like an awesome summer. It's probably one of the best summers I've ever had, I want to say. Like, it was great. The kids were just like filthy. I feel like right before school, it was like a really long tub to scrub all of the dirt. Like, they lived outside. We went tenting, like camping, like for real camping. Amazing. It was awesome. We were at cottages. They were playing. I was a soccer mom. I get it. I had the wagon with the chairs and the snacks. Like, I was a full-on soccer mom.
The wine in the
it was
tumbler?
Too early. I couldn't wine.
I didn't know what time it was.
No, it's okay.
That's how I really visualize soccer mom, when the wine is in the tumbler.
Yeah.
You got the right haircut too.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I was just like, and like you buy in when it's raining, it's just really hard. And then that's when I was like, do I invest in one of those like mini tents for the side? I'm like, my kids are 3 and 5. Like, who am I kidding? I don't need that right now.
Right.
But it was good. I only golfed twice though, which was, I want to say tough. It was tough. It was a tough pill to swallow. But whatever.
You golfed well.
2 times is better than no times.
Like, I golfed a million times and you still hit more better shots than me.
Okay, but when did you start golfing?
Last summer. So it's okay.
And I started golfing when I was like 11 with my grandpa.
It's okay.
You know what I mean? And my dad and my uncle and my cousin Willie.
We had
golfing all the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I wish I would have started
a lot more years.
I honestly beef with my dad about not starting me that young. I probably had no focus on that age, though. I probably would have hated golf.
Yeah, and in all fairness, like now that I have kids and I got them golf clubs, it's incredibly stressful. You're like, don't stand around. Make sure you can always see their face. Don't walk behind them. But like, they don't listen to anything you say.
They're so
and they all just want the ball, and they all love the tees. So they're like trying to get down in there to grab the tee, and you're like, they're swinging. Don't do that. And like none of them are looking when they're swinging.
No.
Anyways.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, I understand where your dad's coming from. It's tough. Annie started hockey.
And she looks great out there. She's a stud.
Yeah. She got to pick her own number. And so I was like, okay, there's a couple numbers left. I'm like, Annie, when mommy was little, she first wore 17 and then she was 11 on her first competitive team. And then she wore 15 right before she went to Ohio State. And then she like looks and she was like, nah, she like grabs 12, which to me is hilarious because back when she couldn't count, she would be like 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. And we're like,
she would skip 12.
She would never say 12. So we're like 12, like write down the number 12, say 12. Annie, we'd like quiz her, Annie, what comes after 11? And she'd be like 13. We're like, no, 12. She'd be like 12. And this kid picks 12. And I'm like,
you drilled it into her so hard. You made her hockey number.
So I was like, this is hilarious that she actually picks 12. So we walk in the rink. She's stoked. It's her first hockey jersey. It's a thing. And she looks and her friend Ava is on the ice and she's wearing 11. And so doesn't she turn on her heels and she's like, she looks up at me. She's like, I changed my mind. And she went right back to the table. And I was like, oh, Annie wants to change her number. They're like, that's okay. So she grabbed 11. So she's stoked. Aww. But she skates on Saturday and Sunday and they're 2 different teams. So Sunday we wheel in and she gets a whole other jersey. She's like, what? Like, I got 2 of these now? And then they hand her number 12. And I'm like, come on. Like, didn't even get to pick. They're just like, here, this is the last small that we've got. Yeah. She's teensy. And it was number 12. I'm like, of course. Like, she's meant to be number 12, I feel. But whatever. Theo's playing rep hockey. I'm helping coach both. It's like, what am I doing?
I love it. I love hockey and soccer, Mom Tess. It's a good era.
Shirley
I feel like you're really going to tear up hotels on the road one day. As a parent.
Absolutely. Shirley girlies are back in full swing. We got jerseys, guys.
They look amazing.
And
so does the social content, I have to say. Tessa has been working her tail off this summer on improving her meme game and her social content game. And like just a couple clicks for Tessa because you have really improved. Like you have committed to the social game and it's unbelievable. Follow Shirley's Girlies, guys. It's some funny stuff.
It's at Shirley's, SHIRLEYS, Girlies, GIRLIES, and then underscore at the end. I know. It's
still
tricky.
good.
And it's only on Instagram, really, because that's anything over that, I feel like my brain would explode. But we're cruising on Tuesdays up at Puck's, eating some suicide Caesar wings. We're actually one of the girls that we play with. Yeah, some skin chips.
Suicide Caesar sounds like a fire flavor. I let that fly way too easily. That'd be really good.
Unreal. I got Bucky's on it hard. She ate a pound before we played last week.
Crazy.
Yeah, she claimed she never had heartburn before. I was like, well, you're about to.
I got heartburn for the first time this year. It's funny that she said that. First time this year, it was terrible. I thought I had to go to the hospital. It all worked out fine.
Yeah, roots. But yeah, we've got a girl on our team that's like a pilot.
Oh.
So we're kind of like, we need to like go somewhere on a private jet and just have her fly it and have ourselves a time. Anyways, Bucky's is playing with the girlies now, so it's super fun. She's reliving her glory days, which really were just yesterday. So she's still like in them.
Like I see Buckles out on the weekend. She's still in the glory days, and I love it.
I did get a very good surprise this summer. I turned 40, everybody. So officially 40. Made it. Yay. I got totally surprised by Ed. And this is where he would earn his points. So it's
absolutely.
Like a lock.
I lose them here. I was at a wedding this night. I was really sad I had to miss it, but Ed absolutely killed the surprise.
That's okay. I haven't forgiven you yet for it, so it's all right. It's all good. He like originally before the summer even started, it might have been close to the beginning of the new year where he was like, so what is it that you want to do for your birthday? I'm like, honestly, I don't even really care. Like, I just want my good pals, like my pals here. I'm like, or we could do what we wanted for your birthday, which we never ended up doing because our backyard wasn't finished. We had done some renos and stuff. I was like, we could just, we have this lawn bowling club. If anybody needs to look up lawn bowling, it's not like bocce, but it's similar. I was like, let's just throw a party there and, have a bunch of people out, do like a pig roast and whatever. And so he's like, yeah. So then he gets back to me like in April. He's like, how many people are around this summer? And like, everyone's busy, which is very true. And I'm like, it's okay. I don't care. He's like, well, we'll get some people together for a dinner. And I was stoked because there's a restaurant in town that I love. And so he's like, we got about 15 people or whatever. I'm going to rent the big room in the basement of this restaurant. I'm like, love it. And I was so stoked. Look, I'm so happy that I got this surprise party. But like when everyone came to the house for what I was going to assume was like at first, he wasn't really telling me who was coming or where we were going or whatever. Okay. And it was one of my girlfriends that kind of had brought it up, my bestie, Erin. And so I was like, oh, did she kind of ruin the surprise? And then Ed, after she had mentioned it to me, kind of started to be like, hey, look, this is just what we have to do. So I was like, okay, like I can still pretend it's like a little surprise.
Yeah.
Anyways, so everyone comes over. I'm stoked to just sit down and have conversations with these people. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just so excited to like, my heart was so full.
For a while, yeah.
And so I'm like, Ed, we gotta go. We're gonna be late for our reservation. Don't want to be late for like a local restaurant, especially renting the whole basement room, whatever. And also I was leaving for Sudbury the very next morning early for my hockey school. I had to pick up Coach Corey Chevry at the airport, drive her up north to Sudbury. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna booze early and then coast on water the rest of the way. And, so we're leaving and Jen Hedger, legend in the game, was like, someone's got to lead us. Like, we got to get going. I'm like, oh, you know what, Hedge, just follow me. Everyone will follow. I'll show you this this lawn bowling place I was telling you about. We'll go that way. She's like, okay. We start walking. I come around the corner. I'm like, and it's right here. And I look and like people are holding up these like, there's some people holding up like a big 40 and like a sign. And then there's like these like faces. And it's like Ed printed off probably when I was like the most jacked I had ever been in my whole life pre-Olympics. I was probably $147 of just like pure muscle. My neck was like equal to my ears.
I love it.
People are holding
and House era is the name.
Yeah. And then Hedger goes, who's that? I'm like, ugh. Like I literally gave it a ugh. But I immediately saw my roommate from Ohio State, Kristýna Kaltounková, who's from Columbus, Ohio, lives in Columbus, Ohio, excuse me. She's from Minnesota. And her husband, who is like ex-offensive lineman. The guy's like 6'7". The guy's like 6'7", legit, just a brick house. And I was like, oh my gosh, Chris F. and Scarta. And then it's like all my neighbors showed up, which they've all got young kids. Like they didn't have to show up. Anyways, they all showed up. But next to my roommate from Ohio, I had next to Krista, I also lived with a girl named Katie who is from Minnesota as well. Not sure why, but her husband Luke was there. And I'm like, I saw Luke. I'm like, oh my gosh. Then I'm like scanning for his wife, Katie, my roommate, and I'm like, can't find her anywhere. So I'm saying hi to everybody. The Shirley girlie showed up all decked out. Buckles was there looking like she works at Tim Hortons. I'll post that picture for sure. And my parents are there who had just been down the weekend before. I'm like, why are you here? And my mom's like, I'm going to drive you home when you're too hungover tomorrow. I was like, you're a legend. I love you so much. Anyways, my roommate, Katie, her good friend was going through a divorce. And so they had a trip planned for her because it wasn't a nice one, I guess. And so she couldn't make my party. And her husband was like, no way I'm missing Tessa's party. He flew down. Luke DeCrance flew down without a hotel or a place to stay. He was just like, I'm just going to party all night and get back on a plane first thing in the morning. And that's it. That's how much I love Ohio State and these people. We have our song, and in it, it's like, how firm thy friendship, Ohio. That's like a saying at Ohio. Yeah. And like legit, that is it right there. Like look at that, man. He came special. Without his wife, who was my roommate. I never lived a day with Luke. Luke didn't even go to Ohio State. His wife did. And like, we're pals. And so he flew in for that. So I love you for doing that, Luke. I love everybody for showing up. All my TSN peeps. We ended up having an after party back here. Sarah Davis was like throwing off cartwheels. Like, it was insane. It was awesome. She's the
best, man. She has the best energy.
And like legit surprised. I had no clue.
Okay, I honestly was thinking as you were saying this, we both got kind of similar. Like, you kind of got to dip your toe into the surprise and not be smacked in the face with it. It's a great way to be surprised.
Totally. Loved it. Speaking of surprised, I was surprised when, I shouldn't say I was surprised, but I was surprised at how well this Jocks and Jills crew just totally fit in Sudbury. It was like,
we were like just everyone knows in that town. It was awesome.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because you're a northern girl. But just so everybody knows. So I do work. I'm sponsored by a car dealership in Sudbury called Belanger Ford Lincoln Center. If anybody ever needs a car, truck, whatever, go there. They're the best. Jose Belanger, she owns my heart. She's the best. Yeah, man. She's like a role model for me on so many levels, just in business and the way she handles, a very male dominated field. Regardless, she's like she lost her husband to ALS years ago, and her husband, Michelle LaRue, but we call him Johnny Coconut, wanted nothing but just to be remembered for the great guy that he was. And he was. What a beauty this man was. Always smiling, loved to have a good time, loved golf, loved the Habs. And so they were throwing a memorial golf tournament. She's like, why don't you just bring up a foursome? I'm like, I know who I'm bringing. Absolutely. Road trip.
It wound up being the best weekend ever. Let's bring in our producer, Jackie Skinner, our girl, Jackie Emma Buckles.
Bucky's golf.
The four of us made a road trip. Like, even the road trip itself was highly entertaining. We were singing Lady Gaga. We were like semi-licensed, being a little bit illegal. Yeah. Like, we just had the darndest time. Honestly, it felt like, what is it, like 3 hours?
It felt like 15 minutes.
Like 3.5 minutes, right? Yeah.
Or something like that.
We discovered Buckles was single. We were given advice. It was like the summer of single.
Poor
Buckles
was like susceptible to our dating advice, which is
get married.
Bad.
Yeah.
I would say. All of us are like, why don't you find someone and get married?
Write that down.
Like, what the hell kind of advice is that?
That is not the advice I was given. You're full of it.
No, that wasn't the advice we were giving. No. We were all giving terrible advice because we were trying to live vicariously through her. And then we were giving her date ideas, and she's like, I have this great idea. Why don't I take all my dates on a bar crawl? And we were like,
I have no comment on this matter.
I'm sorry, Buckles. It sounds like it works. We can't question Buckles' techniques, though, because Buckles does better than all of us. Yeah. And we're just sitting there questioning every move she makes. Anyways, we get to Sudbury. I have the best porchetta sandwich I've ever had in my life. I inhale it before Tessa has the opportunity to open hers, which is neither here nor there. I don't even want to be the one to commentate Tessa's golf game. Like, Tessa golfed so well this day. She was driving the green pretty much on every hole. But what kicked it off was that video that we put. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm just like sitting here making fun of Buckles. But that video that we started
season 3 anyway?
Was so good.
Yeah, fair. We should start first of all. Jackie was given, a tough a tough playing field because I had on the way up, I had called my dad and said, we're going to stop at the house because we were sleeping at my parents' place. I'm like, we're going to stop at the house. Can you just pick up my sister, Brittany, her golf clubs because they're around the same height, right? My dad was like, well, yep, got it. So we show up and my dad didn't. He was like, Jackie can use my clubs. I'm like, Dad, these are like men's tall clubs. What? He was like, don't worry. Jackie, I got some treats in here for you too. He like stocked it full of beers, snacks. And I'm like, Dad, Jackie doesn't drink.
Isn't it the most dad thing ever to like, you'd be like, get my sister's golf clubs. And dad, the most classic dad thing would be like, these are golf clubs. You asked me for golf clubs.
I don't see the issue.
Like, the job is done.
You should be happy. There was beer in there for you.
Yeah. There was beer. And gummy bears, which was amazing.
Gummy bears were lit. Yeah, that was definitely good.
They weren't that lit though. We had to sniff them first and confirm that they weren't that lit.
They were regular real gummy
bears. Let's go.
Or Jack Attack.
Anyways, Dougie, though. Thanks for getting those clubs for me.
It was just as we are in this Jocks and Jills crew, it's a shotgun start. So we're like driving to our hole. We drove past it, by the way, 3 holes past it. We're like, we're 17. They're like, it was like right there, guys. We were like, oh. So we're like late driving back. We don't even hear the horn. We're all laughing. Jackie forgets something in the car. So she takes off with a cart. So it's Julia, myself, and Buckles.
Slowest carts of all time also.
You could walk faster.
But you could be pedal to the floor. And
you could walk faster for sure.
Where am I going?
You weren't even
going anywhere.
What is happening? You weren't even throwing dust. Buckles recently graduated from university, I guess, friggin' yesterday. So she's still living the glory days. And she's like, as Jackie pulls away, she's like, hey guys, come on over here. Let's just shotgun a seltzer.
It's a shotgun start. You have to.
Oh man. Like this,
it was a vodka water. And like, I was like, oh yeah, throw this as far as I can so you can't tell that I drank half of it. I can't keep up with Buckles.
We freaking kick off our tournament on a par 3, which guys, like, let's be real, that's tough.
Thanks for saying that. Because I honestly, in my head, I was like, oh, it's a par 3. You should do good.
I was going to say.
It's a hard hole. You don't even get to warm up any of your sticks. And like, we got there and didn't do anything except for load the cart. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I spank one. It goes on the green or whatever. Buckles is up next.
Wait. You skipped over that way too quickly. You're right next to the pin.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you did.
She's like, we had no time to warm up
from the pin.
Like literally tease it up right next to the hole.
So then Buckles is up next, okay? And then she's like, I forget how it came about, but you were asking like how far is the hole essentially, and I'm like, she said, what did you use? And I said, I hit a 9 or a pitch. And she's like, oh, I'm like, what club do you have? As I'm recording her first shot of the day.
The greatest video of all time.
Because can I just say something? Bucky's is an athlete. Like, she's not just a good hockey player. Like, I know an athlete when I see one, and Bucky's an athlete, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm like, kid's going to be a wicked golfer. Can't wait to like record this. So as I'm recording, I'm like, 8. Oof, yeah, you're at least going to go $130 with that one. And she had said, I think I took too much club. And as I'm saying $130 with that one, doesn't she swing? Partly my fault. I was talking in her
You guys are giving me too much. It was just a bad shot.
Guys, she hit it farther to the right than she did forward. Like the ball literally rolled in front of me as I was videoing.
We've all been there. But
such
it was
a
just
slow
moment.
Slow velocity too. It was almost as quick as the carts. Like that's what it was.
Yeah, it's so true. The commentary. Oh, that's gonna go $130. Yeah, probably got a little too much.
Just the camera work perfectly zooms in on it. Oh, yeah, no.
Tessa, that was so good. Another example of Tessa stepping up her social
Just unbelievable. Yeah, so let's just put it this way. The
stuff.
Shotgun was probably not the best idea before starting off the par 3.
That's what it was. And the best part is Buckles is such an athlete. She was sour for like the next 2 holes, like trying to be she's like, no, it's okay. Like, yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered by that. But
I'm fine. Where's the beer cart, ladies? Anyone want another drink? Like, just like, dude, take the edge off.
And then you hit a really nice shot on 3 and you looked at me, you're like, okay, I can start having fun now.
Yeah.
You're like,
literally.
I'll enjoy myself now that I've hit a good shot, which is completely fair.
What a team, guys. We should enter more tournaments because like between Buckles' bombs, Yeah, Buckles bombs. Julia's just uplifting commentary, and I'm pretty sure Jack attack. Like we all contributed in one way or another.
We all used one of our shots at least.
100%.
Like I had a couple in close. Jackie, you were putting your ass off. Like
Jackie, remember our first birdie, the putt Jackie hit? I'm pretty sure they heard us 5 holes over.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Yeah.
Dougie's golf clubs, man.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's so true. That's so true.
The best part is, so at this tournament, Jose, by the way, for everybody that doesn't know her, she is like a very charitable person. Like she really gives back to the community.
She's also a sick golfer too, right?
Do not golf with her. She will make you feel very bad about your game. Like I've golfed with her and I'm like, oh man, I need to practice. Anyways, so she loves to like spoil people. Always. And so at this tournament, every single person who entered got a prize. Okay. So she's pulling numbers, pulling names, whatever. So you get a number, you go up to the table, you pick a prize. So I don't even remember what I got. So I'm like, oh, sweet. We're like, oh yeah. We had like given in some JockssinJills gear. You and I are like looking at what we got. We're like, awesome. Jackie comes over and busts up the chat. She's like, guys, look. She pulls out this
cowboy hat. Guys, it's the nicest Ford cowboy hat ever. And we were like, oh my gosh.
That's it.
Let's go home. We got to get out of here before somebody robs us.
Jackie won the best prize of the night up to that moment. Buckles wins longest drive because off the tee, Buckles this one hole for the women's longest drive absolutely murdered a ball. But it rolled like, I'm going to admit here, it rolled like half an inch off onto the rough. Okay. My shot wasn't as long as Buckles, but it did beat the original longest drive. Right.
Yeah.
So I put it in my spot, but I wrote Buckles' name on it because she did like it was half. She was barely on.
To give context, though,
drive and closest to the
to give context, though, I thought it was for the first hole. Yeah. So when they were announcing that, I was like, that's why I turned around that video being like, what? Like these guys are messing with me.
Closest to the pin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And then we were having like a bathroom. We were all in the bathroom except for Jackie.
Oh my gosh. This is when we learned the grossest thing about you, Julia. Go, Jackie. Tell the story.
So aggressive.
You tell me to tell the story.
It's superstition and it works. We're all in the bathroom and Jackie bursts into the bathroom and was like, Julia, you got to come out here. You won.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like we're all like, obviously, like we have to do everything together. So we're like, the 4 of us should all go to the bathroom at one time. Yeah. But they're like announcing big prizes. And then I was like, I feel like someone should just wait out here. And then they're like announcing Leafs Montreal tickets.
So sick.
So good. And then they call Julia's name and I'm running into the bathroom and like busting. I'm like, Julia, you got the tickets. You got to come out here. At the same time as well, I guess. Were you showing your lucky underwear?
No, I wasn't talking about my lucky underwear, but I was in the bathroom and I was like, man, my friends would think I was so weird if they saw these gitch. And then Jackie burst into the bathroom and I was like, well, I'm telling them all now because
can we get a description though for people listening?
I don't know.
This underwear.
So I get my tickets. We come back into the bathroom and I'm like, guys, I got to tell you something. There's a reason why I won these tickets.
Because I'm going to get away.
You need to go
because these things need to be retired. These things have lived and died multiple times.
It was upsetting.
We were all upset. It's essentially, it just looks like a hairband around Julia's waist and nothing. There's like a little piece of material. Yeah. Like we honestly, I think we should make them into headbands.
Hanging on for
I think
dear
that's
life.
what needs to happen with them.
You suggested that and I was like, yes. Please get rid of these.
I still wear them. They're my girls. They get stuff done for me. Like they shamed me into buying new underwear. I ended up buying new underwear at the Gravenhurst Giant Tiger because I was so deeply shamed by my friends. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know?
Bought new ones, but you didn't throw out those ones. The lucky
I still
ones.
need them for my days that I need them. But I guess when I'm hanging around the house, I don't have to waste my lucky underwear on just like chill out days. So I got some new underwear for those days. They get washed every time. Guys. To wash. It's not gross.
Like a gentle cycle so they don't fall apart.
I don't know. I might have to get to hand washing.
To wash. No.
I want to like show a photo for context, but I don't know how to do it appropriately. Anyways, I have lucky underwear, and if you have lucky underwear, I
was waiting for you to go and send it in.
Don't let your friends shame you out of that. Don't send them in. You don't want to see mine, and I don't want to see yours. Just know I got you.
Anyways, what a trip. Guys, the best part was we thought we won because we golfed awesome. We're like, we won this. There's no way.
No way we did. When did we finish? 2 under, 3 under?
We're kind of nasty.
No, we were 4 under at the end.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And I was like, it was good. And like, just so everyone knows, the people that were there were from the dealership and stuff, and Johnny Coconut's good friends. And we got beat by a 13-year-old. I don't know if it's legit or if this 13-year-old was just cheating and everyone was like, that's cute. But like, we lost to a 13-year-old and we were all very disappointed and mildly upset.
I was like, let's do it.
Yeah, I felt really humbled because we came in like dogs. We're like, yeah, we're going
Our egos through the roof. And then we got that cowboy hat that everybody started tossing on. So just...
Oh, it was such a funny night.
Jackie was on the stage.
Yes. Yeah. Jackie was singing with the band. So good, Jackie.
Oh,
and
so good.
Then at one point, me and Buckles were outside and like, I'm like, all right, time to pack it in. Let's get back to the house. Buckles like, all right, let's go find Tessa. See where she's at. I'm sure she's ready to go.
Smacking the drums, dude. And I was like, Julia was still outside with Jackie. Jackie's pulling around the car. And I go, hey, girls, so it might be a little bit longer. It might be a little bit longer.
You just sent me a video.
It's my only job, but
So the other thing too, though, you got to admit, the other thing about Jose that everyone needs to know is she knows how to party.
Oh, yeah.
She throws a mean party, and she's like the life of the party.
The dance-offs I had against her?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's hard to get away. I was having fun.
It was hard to leave. I felt like we had to stay and dance with her. Like, I understand. She's such a great time, such a nice woman, like such an amazing
There was just at one point where she was dragging me by the legs on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like, perfectly encapsulates the evening. So.
I remember we got home. We had such a late night playing music with Tessa's dad, Doug, and Jackie. God. Jackie was playing us such beautiful music. Like, it was such a nice night. And then we had like a very quiet drive.
It didn't feel like 15 minutes. It felt
quiet.
Like 5 days that drive.
I got dropped off in Barrie, and I'm like, are we going to Thunder Bay? Like, how long has it been?
Buckles slept for 95% of it, so let's be honest.
One thing about Buckles, you put her in a moving vehicle, airplane, anything, she's out immediately. I admire that so much about you, Bucks. Like, I wish I was that way.
We need a montage of all the photos if we have.
I've got them all.
We all
add them to the merch shop. Just a compilation of all my headshots.
Yeah.
So just a Buckles sleeping hat.
Yeah.
I'd buy one.
Me too. Okay, appreciate you guys. We've been yapping a lot. Like, we had so much fun this summer. That Sudbury golf tournament, thank you too. That was great. Had so much fun helping out with the PWHL Barbie launch this summer too.
Yeah. Awesome. Don't let Buckles go yet, because we just need a little commentary from Bucky's about, guys, we're dropping a new show.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have a hard date yet. We're just waiting on a couple things to come through, but Buckles is the lead of the show because we're trusting her with not necessarily the keys to the car, but maybe to the golf cart, right?
Master one that we had that weekend.
I'm souping it up.
Yeah.
It'll be
because we feel like at the draft, sometimes there are players where we're like, oh man, again, who is that again? And we don't like that. And we feel like there are a ton of studs that are out there that all of the fans that are cheering for their teams in the PWHL need to know, so that when draft time comes, they are aware of who their team should be drafting and who other teams are drafting. So it's going to be a show that showcases the up-and-coming stars. And Buckles,
I'm
how stoked are you
fired up.
about
It's going to be
this?
amazing. The next draft class, you guys, that we have in store, it's
sick,
unbelievable. Woo. So there is no better time to be starting the show.
So what kind of stuff can we expect in your show? What are we going to be covering here? Who are you going to be talking
big
to?
Prospects. Anything that you need to know about the up-and-coming stars coming into the PWHL, we will be talking about. We will be interviewing them, similar to how you guys have the PWHL players. We're going to have some NCAA, SDHL, all the above players that are going to make an impact in this league right away. We're going to have them firsthand and talk about those big matchups even in the NCAA and SDHL. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Wicked. A lot of fun.
Bucky's is going to have a little co-host. We won't divulge that information just yet, but we will have both of them on at some point, Julia. So it's going to be awesome. I'm really proud of you.
And you guys are going to love it. Pumped Bucky's. We can't wait to hear it. She knows so much about prospects and the NCAA, obviously, and her experience playing there so recently. And the NCAA season's been off to an insane start too. Like, we're brawling at the end of games. Abby Murphy has 500 points in 2 games. Like, a lot is going on, Buckles. So
we're going to get in that brawl.
The people have a lot to talk about.
I hope so. Okay.
I love it. I can't wait to see it.
All right. Bye, guys. Have fun.
Bye. Thanks. Love you guys. Keep supporting us emotionally from back there, please. We need it.
WICKFEST, what took place, I just got to talk about this real quick. WICKFEST took place in the city that I live in, the town that I live in. And I was doing a chat, and one of the coolest things happened, and I got a little emotional over it. I feel like with this league and stuff, it's just making me cry a lot. Anyways, usually when I talk at these things, I talk about a lot of different stuff, but for the most part, players asked about how I picked my school. And I said, it's because, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I had an idea, but I went to a school where I could switch majors whenever I wanted, because for us, there's always life after hockey. And so sometimes I just ask people, what do you want to be when you grow up, kind of thing. And, there's lawyers and doctors and teachers and all this fun stuff, firefighters and all that. And so I was like, all right, so what do you want to be when you grow up? In my chat quickly before even starting, and this girl was like, I'm going to be a pro hockey player. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's real. And it's a thing. And I was amazing. Like, that's fucking awesome. Like, that's amazing. And like, I looked around and all the other girls were like, yeah, me too. That's what I'm doing. And I was like, that is cool. Because before it was just like, I just want to try and make a world championships, or I want to try and make an Olympics. It's like, no, my job, what I am doing and preparing myself for right now is to be a pro hockey player. And like, to me, that was wicked. My jaw hit the floor. I went home. I was like, it's going to be the best day ever. It was Thanksgiving weekend, and it was, and that just filled my heart. So, everybody in this league, everybody listening, watching, and cheering, just know, like, you're all a part of this, and you're truly making dreams come true for these little girls, and you're inspiring the masses, which is wicked to see. So thank you.
That's special. I got to meet Hayley Wickenheiser for the first time.
Yeah, you did. Last week.
Shout out to the Toronto Maple Leafs for inviting me on to talk a little bit of PWHL and a little bit of Jocksinjills. I was texting you. So surreal to have my favorite hockey team growing up, and like my dad's favorite hockey team tweeting about something that you and I kind of made up. So awesome. So it was a great time. And I had never met Hayley Wickenheiser before. I had like the absolute pleasure of like sitting on a little panel talking hockey with her. Such a nice character. I did get to drop that nickname. Like, didn't seem like she was a huge fan of it, but it seemed like she thought it was a bit funny that it stuck her out. I was so honored to meet her. Honestly, I feel like I've talked about her so much in covering the Leafs and the PW. I was pleased to meet her finally.
Love it. I'm glad that you did. She does. She's truly superwoman. I don't know how she has enough minutes or hours in a day.
Me neither. I was kind of talking to her about it.
And like, she doesn't even look tired.
No, I'm like, great.
Yeah. Why are you so energetic?
I know. It's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Well, the last kind of thing that we did this summer that we haven't caught you guys up on, Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer. Such a great event. We always love supporting Princess Margaret and everything they do for people fighting cancer and for cancer research. Like, it's just such a great place where all the dollars really go to tangible change. Something that tangibly changed that day was like my skin and my body, because I don't know why I'm like the clumsiest. Like, me and Hannah Brandt have to form a support group. I am so clumsy. My friends were saying this about me the other day. Like, there's this bar in Toronto called Locals Only, guys. If you know, there's stairs going down. And I'm not kidding, in university, once a month, not even drunk, I would fall down those stairs because of who I am as an individual.
It's because your feet are too big for your body, Julia.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like, that might be it at this point. I tripped. I was playing with a really nice team of guys called Allie's Army. Such beauties. Shout out to them. Absolutely ate it. I was just trying to give my all for the team. I was like, I ate it so hard, and I had such a pavement road rash after.
You looked like you had been hit by a Mack truck by the end of it. It was like worrisome. I felt bad for Liam, because anywhere you went with short sleeves or shorts on, people were going to be giving him side eyes.
Yeah,
it
I
did
went
not
to
look
my
good.
new Pilates place, and like my back, I'll get Jackie to post a photo, but I was all bruised up, and
Julia, it was bad.
it was not good. But the event was, and I love seeing everyone there. It's like such a great collection of characters that they get out. So shout out to Princess Margaret for really doing a good job.
And it was like a little Shoresy reunion for me too, which was nice.
I got to meet your Shoresy buddies. I hadn't met them all before.
Yeah. Michaels. Nice. So Ryan, the goaltender in the show, excuse me, Michaels. His mom is a huge fan of the show, and I dig it. She's an East Coaster, and we love East Coasters.
Oh, that's awesome. Shout out to her. Shout out to the whole Shoresy cast. And again, that Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer event was amazing. Should we talk about hockey now in our show 45 minutes into when we started talking?
We'll be quick, everyone.
Sorry, guys. We'll really get deep into hockey talks. We just wanted to catch you guys up kind of on this first episode. Fun Jocks and Jills updates to start. We have a call and text line. So we're keeping our Send It segment from last season. That's going to be on our Tuesday episodes. We want to hear from you guys. Whenever you have a question about the PWHL or hockey or anything that you want to put to Tessa and I, send it to our Send It segment for Tuesdays. You could call or text us at 1-929-542-2442 or email us jocksinjills@thepwhl.com for the Send It segment. We are also adding a very exciting new segment called Dr. Jill, where you can write in with a hockey problem. Is your team having drama? Is a line mate bothering you? Like, tell me the weirdest thing going on in your hockey life right now. Tessa and I want to hear it. We want to talk you through it. Is our advice always good? We can't guarantee that, but we can guarantee. No, actually, we can. We always give good advice. Like between the two of us. We are Dr. Jill, and we are like more than happy to help the people. Like, we want to be here for you guys. Send us all your problems. Again, 1-929-542-2442, jocksinjills@thepwhl.com. No problem. I was just like trying to compute numbers in my head, even though it was just reading out loud, which is kind of embarrassing for me. Send us stuff there. We are extremely excited about that new segment. It's going to be lots of fun. Before we keep going, we want to take a quick second to shout out Sober Carpenter, the official non-alcoholic beer of the PWHL. Sober Carpenter is a Canadian craft brewery completely dedicated to non-alcoholic beer. Pretty cool. It's crafted for people who love beer, like me and Tessa, but have lots to do and hate the hangover. Also me and Tessa.
Also me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's available at your local grocery store across Canada or at sobercarpenter.com. I got a couple sitting behind me right now of the,
can I just say,
of the blonde ales.
They have like mojitos and gin and tonics and stuff. And the other day, so I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit sick, but I was watching the Jays and I was like, I have to be having a drink right now, but I'm like, I'm sick. What do I do? Do I make a tea? Lame. And I was like, know what? I'm going to go get one of those. Was it like ruby mojitos? Banging. I was like, throw this thing on ice. Whoa. Happy
so
about
good.
It. Yeah.
Again, we're so happy to have Sober Carpenter on with Jocks and Jills this year. You guys can get them at your local grocery store anywhere in Canada or again at sobercarpenter.com. So the last time we talked about hockey, Tessa was on the floor, like talked hockey with you guys, the Jocks or the Jills. Again, work in progress. Let us know what you guys want to be called.
Here's our thing. Like, Lady Gaga, we talked about it earlier, which was really cool. Nobody knows this, and we forgot to talk about it on the ride-up with Jackie, but Jackie knows someone that dated Lady Gaga, so we were like cranking Lady Gaga for a lot of our rides.
And the songs about him, it was so cool.
Amazing. It was so cool. Like, we're like 3 degrees of separation from Lady Gaga. That's insane.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
I know.
I don't even
Lady
know how
Gaga,
that works.
and you know what? Recently, Aaron Andrews and Taylor Swift have been hanging out, so I also put us closer to Taylor Swift because of that. Sorry, that was random, but I've been thinking it lately. Sports. Anyway, sorry.
So Lady Gaga calls her followers monsters.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we got to have something, but not monsters. So I was like, I kind of want to steal the word jocks from the dudes, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I don't get to choose because it's our listeners. They can choose. You can text and write in an email and call, whatever. But like, are you jocks? We can't really call them Jillies because those are the awards that we hand out, right?
Right. Yeah.
So are they Jills?
I think they're the Jocks. Like, I think they're the Jocks. But you guys tell us, what should Jocks and Jills listeners be called? Let us know. Last time we talked about hockey, we were on the floor at the draft. It was in the wake of the expansion draft. I feel like things have kind of settled down in terms of saltiness, for lack of better terms, at the end of expansion. Like, change is hard, and especially in a league like this where you really fall in love with the personalities. I understand why everyone was feeling that way, especially seeing the strength of the two new teams. But I don't know. We've had an opportunity to talk to a lot of the coaches, and I feel like everyone's pretty happy with what they're heading into the season with.
Totally. My thing with all of this first year is going to be hard for everybody. I don't care who's on your roster, because there needs to be, I guess, a good core leadership group that's going to do a good job of like really in the locker room bringing this team together. Okay. And then 2, coaching is going to matter huge here. And Ken Klee touched on it in our interview that we'll play at a later date. But, and I said this to you before, Julia, is the fact that like, how are you going to implement the new players into the system that you're playing? Or are you going to change the system to fit the players that you have? Right. Mm-hmm. So for these new teams that have all of these new players, well, it's a whole new system and thought process. And then they still have to figure out who they are as a team. Do they all gel? Can they read off of each other? Are they going to all buy in? Like there's a lot. And like, if you think about with Ottawa last year, they all bought in.
Yep.
Right. So that is there. There's a core that remembers that. So they're going to hold everyone else that's new to that. Right.
Yeah, it does feel like most teams were able to keep that intact. Like
100%.
You look at every roster because of those protected player lists. I know a lot of people wish it was 4 right off the bat, but I see the core and I see kind of the identity in each of the 8 teams right now.
Except for New York, I think they decided to completely give a good
but
whiteboard
you can still
scrub.
See their core in that young, exciting talent. Like they
100%.
have it established already.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So lots happened at the draft. Ella Shelton, obviously, to Toronto. We screamed our heads off with that.
Insane.
It was insane. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to see Toronto's blue line this year. We will, just so you guys know, on each of the episodes leading up to the regular season, aside from this one, because we obviously talked about like random stuff for a lot at the beginning, we're going to preview each team in depth. We just wanted to catch you up on all of our lives. But yeah, Toronto's blue line, insane right now, Tessa.
Yeah. Ella Shelton is a unicorn. I'm not sure I would have ever traded her. That's just me. You got a great leader in the locker room, a fun personality that likes to keep things light. She is a great defender, and she's an offensive threat. Like, teams beg for this. Now Toronto's got 2 of them in Renata Fast and Ella Shelton. Right. I wouldn't even play them together. Separate them. Now you got a bang bang. Like 1-2. You always have a 4th attacker. Always.
Yeah. They've got
and a very good skater that even if they're up on the play and things turn over, they're back. It's like all of a sudden it's kind of like, well, I'll say this. It's almost like Toronto now has Minnesota's back end in a sense, but not really because obviously Vancouver does, but it's crazy. It's crazy to me. I like how good they got on the back end, and which I like that for them. And I know Toronto did lose Megan Carter as well, which is a huge knock because she's a good stay-at-home D is hard to come by, and I'm a big fan of her because she also loves to play physical. But man, Ella Shelton in Toronto, she's gonna have a blasty blast. With the trade, New York snags Casey O'Brien, which I think was huge, and Maddie Wheeler, also another great pickup. Then Toronto trades Kristyn Campbell, and we almost fell out of our seats, but we knew some type of movement was going to happen there. We just didn't know to who. And I'm happy for Kristyn Campbell to go out west. Just have some fun out there. It feels like this is a better fit for her for some reason. Do you agree?
Honestly, I'm not even thinking about the play as much as I'm thinking of like Kristyn Campbell out west. I picture her out there.
The person.
Yeah, the individual. I think it's going to be a nice change of scenery from her. I think that there's a lot of I don't know. I'm kind of generalizing Toronto. There's going to be a ton of pressure in Vancouver too, but I like what they got going on tandem-wise in Vancouver. I felt like there was a lot of pressure on Subi to be the goalie in Toronto, and I think she can lean on somebody else in Vancouver, which will be nice for her.
The other thing before we get to this last one about just the expansions and stuff is like Seattle and Vancouver have it tough, everyone. Because no matter what rink they go into, no matter what team they're playing against, everyone's going to bring their best game because they're pissed off.
Public enemy number 1.
So it's like they don't even get to have a mediocre game and maybe unless their goaltenders steal it and maybe come away with a win. You know what I mean? They need to always be. It's going to be and they've got a lot of travel, like far travel. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for them. Anyways, and then our jaw hit the floor, Julia. The trade of all trades.
A Montreal Victoire. Listen, I've seen her in the Gitch this summer. I see her rocking the t-shirt around Toronto. It is so bizarre to me. Like, it is so bizarre to me. I don't know. I've never felt this way about, like, when Jocelyn Larocque got sent from Toronto to Ottawa, I didn't have a hard time picturing her in Ottawa Charge gear. Immediately, I was like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Abby Roque as a Victoire, I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited, and I'm going to need to see it with my eyeballs to really believe it fully. Yeah.
And for everyone who's wondering, like, why do we care so much? Obviously, Pooh and Abby have beefed hard throughout the years. So we were like, oh my gosh, I wonder if they ran it by Pooh and asked her. And like on that, it was a day where you had mentioned Julia.
Oh yeah, Sauvageau went to the Hall of Fame.
No one's going to ask Sauvageau. She's going to the Hall of Fame. I was like, yeah, you're right.
She had a like carte blanche that day. She's like, I could do anything I want, and I'm bringing in Abby Roque. And I love it, honestly. And I think it's going to be good for that room. I think it's going to be good for them on the ice. She is like an amazing character. Also, I've been seeing the baked goods she's been making for Jesse Confer on TikTok.
Really?
I don't know if you've seen them. I'll send you some of the videos. Yeah. Abby Roque, insane pastry chef, apparently.
Wow.
Need to get in on that. Like, I was living close to her this summer, and I didn't get any pastry
Get her on a baking show.
We need that, right?
Yeah. But I like this for her and for Montreal. Like you said, one, she is that light, loose personality that needs to be in that locker room when things get maybe a little bit too serious, just to break the tension and the ice. Two, on the ice, physicality. I think that's huge. She's got a heck of a shot, and she's great in front and down low. Awesome. That's what this team needs, a little bit more of that. She can lead the way with that too, which is perfect. But I think in exchange, Kristen O'Neill, like, what a great pickup for New York as well, not only for their team, but also for Kristen O'Neill. I feel like now she might get more of a sniff at center, which I think is where she more naturally fits in this league.
Yeah.
And New York, basically what they're building, and you could see it, is a fast hockey team. And Kristen O'Neill is very fast.
Extremely fast.
Yeah, so it was just a great trade. Both teams got exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, I think both players and teams will benefit from that. It's going to be good in the long run. Retirements over the summer. Victoria Bach was a big one. I believe we had the opportunity to talk about her. I remember you talking about her skating on the rink in Milton, and that being where your kids train as well. Do I remember that right?
Yeah, we would always see her when we go into gymnastics. When they were little, I would take them and hold them up, and they would watch Victoria train on the ice, which was pretty cool.
So congratulations.
She inspired the littles. So Victoria Bach is the lead on player development at the Halton Twisters. So kudos to her for giving back and diving right in, all the while still finishing off her teacher's college. So she's busy, but look, she gets it and she understands. And having played in the league, I think she knows how important it is just to be visible and to be able to help the younger generation, achieve those goals that they want, and maybe just inspire more to dream big as well.
Second retirement of the summer, your fellow Sudbury girl, Rebecca Johnson.
Johnny. So Johnny's her nickname. I got to play with Rebecca's older sister, who's my age, Katie Johnson, went to Harvard. Shout out Bucky's. She was such a good athlete, Katie. She went to Harvard as a dual sport athlete. She played soccer and hockey there.
Woo!
I know. And now she's a dentist. Like, how did you do all that? Anyways, she's better than me. But I got to play with Katie and with Sarah. Sarah went to Cornell as well, I believe. And then I was like, man, I hope I get to play with Johnny. And like from the beginning, it was very known that like all the siblings, there's 6 Johnson kids, by the way, were amazing athletes. 3 girls, 3 boys, all of them amazing athletes, all of them amazing hockey players. And like Johnny by far was the best hockey player of all of them. And Rebecca could have like been a pro track athlete as well. I don't know if anybody knows, but
really?
She runs like a thoroughbred. She's unreal, just straight power.
Like distance or sprints?
I would say 200 would have been her bread and butter, and she would have she would have cleaned up, like unreal. Even 400 she could have done. She's unreal. But a great Johnny story. I got to share this quick one with you. So pre-Olympic tournament. So you always go in September to the city that is hosting the Olympics to play in venue to get the experience. They too get to do a little bit of a run through of how the tournament would be. So you have like a little pre-Olympic tourney where everybody comes in and gets set up and whatever. So 2013, we're flying to Sochi, Russia. And we had a team meeting at the beginning where everyone had to bring their laptops and we all had to fill out our visas together. And so we we're all in there filling it all out, typing it all in. So there's, I don't know if this happens to anyone, but you know the mice with like the little scroller ball on it? So Johnny had that, the little wheel in the middle. And when Johnny went to, she had made a selection, and when she went to scroll down, it changed her selection, like scroll down on the page, and she didn't know or realize, okay? The selection that was changed, she learned. So when you land in Moscow to go through customs, you all stand in a line, and then you, one at a time, one person walks forward and a door closes behind you, but there's a window you could see out. So you could see your friends on the other side. And when you talk to the agent who is sitting there, and then there's a person behind them holding like an AK-47 looking at all your documents and stuff. When they approve you, you get to go through onto the other side. The other sliding door opens on that side and you go through. Okay. So doesn't Johnny go in there, door closes on her, and like something's happening, and like she's looking back at us nervous, and we're like, oh, Rebecca, like fooling us or whatever. Not fooling at all. Rebecca changed her gender to male. There was only male or female. There was the only two options she could have. And so she had picked female, and then it went to go scroll down the page and it switched to male. So there was an issue. So Johnny got stuck alone at the Moscow airport while we all boarded another flight to Sochi while they changed her visa.
Oh my gosh. What did she say about it after? Like,
she was
scared?
Like ready to cry. And I felt really bad because obviously I know her family. And like, yeah, heck yeah. We were like, we felt really bad. I'm pretty sure our trainer stayed behind. Our equipment manager might have been. I can't remember. Somebody stayed behind, but like they didn't have contact. They were just there waiting for her. Yeah.
Oh, man, and that's scary. What'd she say after?
So I was called my parents. I'm like, hey, don't call the Johnsons right away, but just so you're aware, Rebecca's stuck in Moscow at customs because her visa was filled out incorrectly and she's got to spend the night. And my parents were like, what? I'm like, so if they call you, like, I'll send you every update I have. I'm sure Hockey Canada is going to reach out to them, but just so you know, if they need support, like go over with a bottle of booze or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, we started calling Jonathan. That was her nickname for the end of her career.
That's fair enough.
Fitting, yeah. She made the team and was a beast on that team, but that's the Johnny story that will go down in history.
Yeah, she's still doing great stuff in hockey in Calgary with the Flames. So congratulations.
Yep, she's had a baby too. She's married. Way to go, Johnny.
Congratulations on an amazing career. Jillian Dempsey also announced her retirement this summer. What a Boston legend, all the way from Winthrop, Massachusetts. She played for Harvard, wore the C there, represented USA as well, the Boston Blades, the Boston Pride, a quick
all of the Bostons
in Montreal, before finishing off her career with the Boston Fleet, which feels very fitting.
100%.
Congratulations to her. Like really, really a Boston legend, and so cool that she got to wear all the iterations of that jersey, honestly. She must have like a very sick, like her basement with the lineup of Boston jerseys must be absolutely unreal. So congratulations, Jillian, on your career. And the final one, Amanda Pelkey, also announced her retirement this summer. Spent years with the Boston Pride as well. The Riveters in the PHF, and then the last 2 seasons with the Boston Fleet. And I feel like that leads us very well to the hires that happened this summer, Tessa, because she was immediately picked up by Megan Turner in Seattle, joins them as senior advisor to the GM. So,
and smart move on her part, because to me, that just smells like, okay, there's going to be an expansion at some point. I already know what it's like to play in this league. Let me learn how to build a team in this league with one of, as far as I'm concerned, one of the smartest GMs in this league. Megan Turner is just a boss. And I think that has to do with her also working under Danielle Marmer, who's an amazing GM as well. But she's just setting herself up. Let me learn. I know all these players. I know a lot of things, but let me learn and see how you do it, so that if and when expansion ever comes down the road, she might want to throw her name in the hat. Proper.
Absolutely. A couple other hires in Seattle too. Christine Bumstead, Clayton Beddoes as assistant coaches, both with Western Hockey League experience. Minnesota with a very exciting hire this summer as well. Brianna Decker added to their bench as an assistant coach. I know she's kind of been loosely involved with the league, but I'm so excited to see her like firmly with her feet planted on the bench there. It's going to be great.
It's going to be cool. She was a pain in the ass to play against, but man, she was a competitor. So she's probably going to hold a lot of those players to her same intensity, which is going to do nothing but great things for Minnesota.
Yeah. Ottawa hires Juuso Toivola, assistant coach. You and I have had the opportunity to cover him at the international level for a long time with Finland. I'm very excited. Like, that is just going to be the most jolly rink to walk into ever.
Yeah.
With Carlo and Juuso behind the bench.
Yeah. And sweetest guy. Just love to talk hockey. Back when in 2019, when Finland won. I'm just going to say when Finland won the World Championships back in 2019, but they were given a silver medal. I was up in a perch and I had to run down. I was reporting. So I ran down to their bench to get onto the ice to do like the interviews, but obviously they were doing the review and the whole nightmare began. But regardless, when I got down to the bench, he came over and gave me a big hug. And I was like, yeah, man, like this is so cool. Anyways, he's just a good dude and has been involved in the program. And, he wants nothing but great things for the sport. So I think him and Carlo are going to be a dynamic duo working together for once instead of wanting to knock each other off for that bronze medal.
Yeah.
At the Worlds.
Cool.
And
speaking of international legends being hired in the PWHL, how about Montreal adding Kim St. Pierre as their director of business ops and officially adding Caroline Ouellette to their staff as an assistant coach?
I mean, Kara was always kind of participating with the team in some capacity. However, now to officially have her on the bench, which is cool to me because her and Corey already know how to work together.
Yeah.
They coach together with the national team. So it's like they've already got their dynamic worked out. They already know each other's processes. You know what I mean? And with Chewy on our podcast last season telling us that Caro is Captain Serious and cracks the whip, I think it's going to be good because I Coach Corey can be a goofball and she likes to be silly. So I think it'll be nice for the players to see that side of her as well too.
Yeah, it's a nice balance. So funny. Me and Tessa were having this conversation yesterday about how like we don't have good cop, bad cop in our relationship. Like me and Tessa are like bad cop, and whatever.
Yeah, or both good cop. Or you never get one or the other.
Depending on the day. You won't get a different mood from one of us to the other. Boston adds Jordan Lavallee-Smotherman as an assistant coach, Derek Whitmore as a player development coach, both former East Coast Hockey League players involved in staffs in that league as well, and Casey Bellamy in player development. Pumped to see her involved.
Also a pain in the ass to play against, but nice to see her involved as well and back in the game. Casey, I feel like there's a lot of players out there that could and should be involved, and I'm glad that we're seeing a lot of them kind of start work their way out of the weeds and into the league. Casey's going to do good things for Boston.
Here's a good one. New York adds Valerie Bois as an assistant coach. Ed's Gators. Shout out to them.
Bishop Gators. This is awesome because after they won the national championship last year, the U Sport national championship, we interviewed one of the players. And Valerie was the head coach of that team, and which is cool because she actually helped launch the program. This is a very young program that joined the RSEQ. Okay. So yes, they did have a team, but they weren't in the highest level and competing against these top teams. So she was an assistant coach for the first 2 years and then took it over as head coach the last 2 and recently just won the national championship. So for me, this hire is huge. Unfortunate for the Gators, but I'm going to assume she left the coaching staff in a great place as she walked out the door and strutted right onto this New York team. But I like it because there are a lot of young players that Vancouver has just drafted and picked up. And I think that, having her voice and her understanding of how to work with collegiate players that are maybe the underdogs or maybe seen as lesser or want to outperform the way they had years past or just to prove everyone wrong and get to a national championship, I think she's going to be, or a championship game, I think she's going to be an asset to this coaching staff.
Absolutely. And just the other day, Vancouver rounded out its staff. Brian Delsky hires BJ Adams, Brendan Knight, senior advisor to the general manager, Kathy Pippi, who's just such an iconic character around women's hockey, head strength and conditioning coach, Shannon McCauley, goalie coach, Joey Alley, and video coach, Andrew Boucher.
So they get the strength and conditioning coach from Minnesota. Shannon McCauley was in Minnesota, keeping those girls lean and fit. So she knows a thing or two about going the distance, not only once, but twice in back-to-back years. So some good insight for her to jump right onto that crew and that team and get them in good form for what will be another interesting and intense season.
Yeah. Again, we'll do more in-depth previews for each teams as the episodes click along here. Let's get to some updates from recently. How about L Canada putting Poulin and Nurse on both their English cover and then their cover in Quebec? Like, just the most beautiful photos I've ever seen. Stunning. I saw Poulin's, I screamed. I saw Sarah Nurse's, and then I screamed again. Congratulations to both of those girls on the impact they make on the ice and how they extend that off the ice. And especially, I don't want to say especially for Pooh, but I know that's more of a comfort zone for Nursey. So I'm honestly really proud of the way Marie-Philippe kind of stepped out of her comfort zone.
I feel like she's getting more comfortable in that stuff.
She's so stylish. Like, she is so stylish. Her style is insane. Like, she has just come so into herself over the past few seasons. It's really special to see.
And honestly, as a friend, from knowing her joining the national program at 17, 18 to seeing her, like, who she is and how she is now is like, it's just like a proud mom moment, you know? You're just really proud of the kid, and you know, you just want her to keep doing amazing and great things and never retire. But obviously one day that'll come. But
hey, that actually leads us to our next one pretty well. Montreal extends Marie-Philippe Poulin, Laura Stacey, and Anne-Renee Desbiens 2-year extensions. They are signed through 2027 to 2028. Good news for that core.
I was going to say, like, you got to do that. Get that done and out of the way so no one's talking about it. It's not a distraction. You know, they all want to stay there. And that is who you're going to live and die by, 100%. So, yeah, great job by Montreal. And cool stuff happening for Anne-Renee Desbiens as well.
Yeah, a sculpture of her was unveiled in front of her hometown arena, the rink that she grew up playing and practicing at in Clermont, Quebec.
Like, what a cool thing. A statue of you.
Too.
Like, I don't have a statue made of me. I got a bobblehead. That's it.
You got a couple billboards in Sudbury too. I saw those.
Well played.
Dude, we were hilarious. Looking so hard for this.
You guys are ridiculous. You're hilarious.
I just keep thinking of what we could say.
And like, I'm driving and you're like, hey, could you pull over on the way out of town so we could take a picture near one? I'm like, yeah, no chance. I'm driving. Get out of here.
I'm laughing because they just replaced the photos, guys. And for a while they had apparently billboards of Tessa pregnant up. I didn't
9
get
months
to see those ones.
It was like 13 days before I had Annie. 17 days. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. They were looking to show off your assets, and I appreciate that about marketing. I'm a marketer myself, so I respect the hustle. Oh my gosh. Okay, final thing we got to talk about. World Series kicks off tonight. It's Friday. Everyone will be hearing this. I'm like, I don't want to act like I'm the world's best Blue Jays. I'm a fake Blue Jays fan. Like, I'm always in for October. Well, I don't want to say that. I just don't want to sound like I'm like a diehard, like I watch. Like, I don't watch very many regular season Blue Jays games. Let me just like put that out in the open.
Yeah. Can't.
Been loving the playoffs. I was at like the 2015 run was my first year living in Toronto. I was a freshman in university, and me and my roommate would go down and buy like $20 tickets and sit up in the 500s. Kelly and I have been she wasn't my roommate. She was in the room right next door to me, but her and I have been sending photos back and forth from 9 or 10 years ago, like right now. Awesome. So sick. But I know we're cheering for the Blue Jays, but Mark Walter, the Dodgers, are king here at the PWHL. It's a very trying time for Canadian baseball and women's hockey fans.
Yeah, I think it's a win-win, right? You're right. You're cheering for the Jays, but if the Dodgers win, you're like, also good.
That's good. It's good for company business. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we got our hands in both pockets, basically.
About the World Series. I am so bought in. I'm really excited to park my butt on the couch tonight and watch some baseball. Okay, our first interview of season 3 of Jocks and Jills. It makes sense that it's the first overall pick from this year's draft, right? We had the opportunity to sit down with her in Ottawa, and we could tell from the tiny, 10 minutes did we have with her in Ottawa that she is fun, that she is comfortable with herself, that she doesn't mind beefing on the ice. And then we got to spend a little bit more time with her in Toronto just a few weeks ago. And she is such a good character, Tessa. Like, I am such a big Kalty fan. She's got such a big personality. She seems like she has a really big heart too. Yep. Like, she's so entertaining.
Yeah, she's going to be a star in this league, I feel, just based on the fact that like she's already she's already got beef with a lot of players. Like when we were at the draft, she's like, oh yeah, I've got problems with her, Buckles. I had problems with you. Like it was just like,
it was
there
so
wasn't
good.
someone that walked by that she was like, yeah, I started a fight with them at some point, or, I whacked them in the back of the legs and they don't like me, like something. So it's like good, because I feel like that's New York attitude and that's what the Sirens need on their team. So, and I feel like her and Philly are going to be feeding off of each other with that a little bit too, because Philly's got an edge to her.
Yeah. The chirps are going to be flying. I feel like New York has this big chip on their shoulder this year with all these young guns. They've all been watching. They're all going to want to prove themselves this season and get New York into the postseason for the first time. I love it. So without further ado, guys, first overall pick from this year's draft. She's a hamster mom, a destroyer of pregame blizzards, all the way from Vlasium, Czechia. Here is Kalty.
Round 2 with Kalty Kaltounková, this year's first overall pick in the PWHL draft. We were so lucky to sit down with her right in the wake of her draft on the floor in Ottawa when you went first overall to New York. Since you've been doing media tours, you've had national team training this summer. TikToking, obviously very well. Follow her on TikTok, everyone. Tell us about your summer so far as the first overall pick in this year's draft.
It's been fun, like being able to spend some time at home with my family and friends. Because usually for college, I would leave in September or August even. And so it's been really nice. Long off season though. Like it's hard to be like in the gym now still. Like, in an off season.
Right.
Like you want to be playing games at this point and you're just not. So it's a long off season. But
so you got the itch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about Spritz? Were you spending lots of time with Spritz? Or
yeah,
yeah,
you know her now. Hey,
Spritz the hamster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When was Spritz purchased?
Spritz was purchased in May, beginning of May ish.
Like when the season.
No. Well, yeah, I got home like May 5th or something like that. I saw her at the pet store. I fell in love with her, so I went there at like 8:30 p.m. and I was like, all right, I will make an.
Were you picking up food? Like, what were you doing at the pet store?
I wanted a chameleon, but
you went for a chameleon and you didn't include that as part of the story?
No, it's not. I told my mom I want a chameleon because we used to own some when I was really little, and I love animals, by the way. Like, and so my mom was like, no. I'm like, okay. So me and my friend just went and like we looked at the pet store and we saw this hamster. I'm like, oh my God. She's beautiful. And like, she's just sitting there. I can get you the picture of the first sight when we first saw her.
Please.
I don't have it on my phone because my friend has it.
Yeah.
I'll get it to you later.
That'd be great.
And then it was like 8:39 p.m. and we're like, we can't make this impulsive decision. We don't have anything to carry her in. We're like, all right, we'll be responsible. It's like 8 a.m. the next day. We're like at the checkout. Like it was the best thing ever since. Like, my family's obsessed with her. We would just be sitting around her, watch her interact.
Aren't they nocturnal? Don't they sleep all day?
Yeah, but I love her so much that I wake her up. And she just, I think she is a different hamster. She turned around and she's not nocturnal anymore. But she does sleep throughout the whole day. And then I just come, I'm like, Spritzy. I just grab her and she's like,
do you have the little walkie ball?
Yeah, no. But she has that running thing.
The wheel, yeah.
Okay. She does not. She's lazy.
She's a lazy hamster.
She's a lazy hamster. She does not go in that whatsoever. But then we upped her villa. She had a little...
her villa?
Yeah, she had a little cage. We upped it. And now she has like tubes. Like 3 tubes. She loves it. Like she goes in and out all the time. She's a little fat. And she is also 2 years old, we found out.
Okay.
Yeah, we bought her a little...
How could you possibly have found that out?
Funny, because the pet doctor, the vet?
The vet, yeah.
You took your hamster to a veterinarian?
I was gonna, but I was being judged a lot. So actually, we needed him for our other animals because I have a dog and 2 cats.
Yeah.
And he's like sitting there. He's my parents' friend. So they're chilling outside. And I'm like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity.
Oh, he was at your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity.
Look what I got.
So I literally grabbed her. I'm like, Spritz, you gotta look good. Like, come here, like wake up.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm going outside and I'm like, hi, excuse me. So I bought this hamster. Could you tell us how old she is? Because like her teeth are yellow as they come. Like, I'm like, there's no way she's a baby. Like, she's like big. He goes, yeah, she's probably about 2 years old, but she looks good. She is a little overweight. And so you gotta, if you want her to live longer, which I'm like, dude, they usually live 2 to 3 years. I'm like, perfect. Like, I go to the Olympics, I'll be gone for a while. Like, it might be good timing, when she does pass, which is very sad. But like, I'm like, it actually might work out.
Hopefully you don't have to be there for it.
Yeah, well, I want to bring her here, but I have looked into it. I have to get like a certificate, which is fine. I'm mostly worried about her health throughout the flight. So
like the travel on the plane. Like, do hamsters fly even? Is that a thing?
She might be the first European hamster to enter the United States, which is fair. Like, she's my daughter. Like,
she's your child.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with the name Spritz?
Aperol Spritz. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Nice.
And so it just had to be that. Just had to be.
I don't even know where. So are you going to do it? Are you bringing her over? Are you trying?
I haven't decided. I'm genuinely very concerned she won't survive.
Really?
Yeah.
No, she will. You're going to be there.
Micah's Andy Hart, she was like, you got to bring her. I'm like, dude, what if she dies?
Captain says.
I would cry. She
that would be really traumatizing if that happens on the plane. I
Dude,
understand.
Yeah, she escaped a couple times because the freaking cage, they're so low quality, even though I was like, this is expensive.
Put
I'm
a little
buying
twist tie
this.
on there, no?
No, I did. But now she like bites it. Whatever.
Right.
Anyway, so the door wouldn't shut completely. So she escaped. She's like running around our house. I'm like, my parents have never seen me have a panic attack, throw a tantrum. I'm like, we gotta find her. Like, I will not survive.
I could almost, if you left her and she were to pass away while you were gone, I bet your parents would just replace her.
Time out. Do you know what?
But you can't because her ears are so original. She has thin. Are you laughing?
This is the
She's
best
got a
thing
dog
I've
and 2
ever
cats
heard.
too. You should hear her talk
Like,
about
this
her
is
animals.
not funny.
No, it's
this
not
is
funny.
real.
This is
I
real.
heard too many hamsters growing up. They were there.
I
my
never
sister was a
did.
hamster murderer.
Oh no.
Like, not on purpose. I don't know why my parents kept getting them for her.
I never had a hamster, and I think that was a part of it. I think they're so cute. She stuffs her cheeks.
I know.
Like, I support this, but we were with my friends young in my house. We put grapes. She fits a whole grape. Like, keep in mind, her mouth is probably this big.
Yeah. How
She's
do they
like
get
little.
it in there?
And she put 2 grapes.
That's so.
Have you ever seen Bolt, the movie Bolt?
Probably, but I can't
it's an
remember.
animated movie.
Yeah.
You need to see it because I'm picturing the hamster that is in Bolt. I'm picturing the female version. You have the female version of, I forget whatever that hamster's name is, which is the cutest hamster in the whole world. You got to get your hamster one of those little running balls. I feel like people would let your hamster run up and down the aisle of the plane.
For them.
Oh, it's bad for them?
Yeah, I heard it's not healthy for them. And
is it because their poop spins around in there with them?
No.
Oh.
Their poop is actually fine. It's their pee that really smells.
Ew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how we're supposed to talk about anything else during this interview, by the way. This is just going to be a Spritz interview.
Spritz deserves to be the main character.
No, she does.
And if I do bring her, we got to do like an interview with her.
I would love nothing more.
She does not just sit. She like runs around. But she doesn't bite. Like, my parents think she's so awesome because she doesn't bite. She's so nice.
That's
so
amazing.
Kind. Yeah.
It's probably because she's got 2 years worth of plaque on her teeth.
I know. She's like, my teeth hurt. I'm not even going to bite.
Yeah.
No, but like when I give her fruit, like I'm really good to her. Like, I give her veggies and fruit. Sometimes
she's on a good diet.
Like, this is too much. And so when she's hungry, because I've been keeping her on the low, like with food.
Yeah.
Like, she's got to lose some weight because we don't want her to die.
That's fair.
So I know when she's hungry, because she would go and like try to bite my finger, but not like, she's just letting me know.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to get you a tomato.
Do you feel like you've evolved as an individual since becoming a mother?
Yeah, it's been difficult to leave. Yeah, every time I leave home, and then I come back and I'd just be like looking at my phone and pictures of her. I was like, I can't wait to get home.
You're gonna make me cry. Like, you just did your great part of your awesome media tour in New York. We can talk about that, but like, was it hard to miss your little baby at home?
I was actually thinking about bringing her now and just letting her acclimate while I'm like going back to Czech. But I'm like, no one's going to take care of her. Listen, like, I've realized hamsters have a really difficult position. Like, people are like, oh, she's kind of cute. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean she's kind of cute?
Yeah,
she's
adorable.
Cute.
It's like, you want to be taking care of her. And like, if they don't, then I'm just like, no.
No,
like,
she needs the right amount of love.
Yeah.
And
like
attention
with
to
my
diet.
mom. Like my cousin just sent me a picture with her. I'll show you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she is the cutest little thing. Like I get pictures daily because they know how much I love her.
Stop.
There she is.
That is the cutest
There's
hamster I've ever
Spritz.
seen.
No, she is. She's got little hand. Her nose is really original too.
The hands. She would be standing like this on her back feet and she's like looking around. She is the cutest thing. I'm not joking. Like we sit around her with my family.
I don't blame you.
I
don't blame you. I feel like you and all the girls in New York are going to do that
What
this season.
Teams have dogs as their little mascots? Nah, it's Spritz.
No, like, and you never get enough of her because she's so little. You can't cuddle her up too much because she would literally explode. Like, you gotta be careful. And so I just like wipe my face on her. She gets
You're so cute.
She gets
literally killing me.
She gets so greasy because I'm like, I have my lotion on. I'm like,
she's wet at night with your face cream.
And then she goes back into the cage and she like washes herself in the sand tub.
I was gonna say, do you bathe the hamsters or do they bathe?
They would die if you wash them with water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, careful.
Yo, why?
Yeah, I don't know, but you gotta, because it would, I guess, get rid of the whatever, like
the protective stuff.
I guess so. But you gotta get her a little bowl with sand. It's a special sand for their bath. And she just runs around there and she's like,
what?
She's like on her back. Yeah.
Because hamsters come from the desert originally,
right? She's like, oh, I got that shit on me again from her. She's like, she needs to stop. Like, she's like washing.
Okay, so thank God you didn't have a hamster, I guess, when you moved away from home so young across the literal world at, how old were you?
I wasn't ready to be a mother then.
You weren't ready to be a mother. I wasn't ready to leave home when I left at 18. How did you make the decision to leave so young?
I think just the adventure and like a dream of playing in the United States where it just kind of fueled me to go. And I think my mom was concerned more than anything.
Yeah.
How did that dream start though? Like what prompted you? I feel like the SDHL would have been the avenue for you. Like that's where I want to end up. But instead it was like, I want to play collegiate hockey in the United States. That was it?
Well, my parents always prioritized school and academics. Like there was no, and I hated school in Czech. Like the system just didn't fit me. I would cheat. Like I would like not be a good student, have bad grades because I didn't enjoy it. And then, I saw a lot of the Czech girls who played in the NCAA and they loved it. And I was like, wow. Like, and I always kind of thought, which was kind of mature for that age, but I also always thought it was kind of scary to go to play in Sweden and not have any school. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, I actually really like this dual kind of opportunity in the United States. And and there's actually a newspaper from like 2015 when I was 13 years old. The title is Kaltounková has a dream to play in the United States. So it's kind of funny.
So cool.
Yeah.
Dream come true.
Yeah.
You pursued that yourself, I'm going to assume. Like how did the Vermont Academy come about? Like what was, like, did your parents do research? Was it you on the internet just scouring, trying to find an avenue for yourself?
Well, I think a lot of it was our equipment manager in the U15 national team.
Yeah.
He had a lot of experience with that. So he's kind of prompting us to like try it out, like look into it. And I was like, yeah, like I'm doing it. And then there was a school fair in Prague of all the high schools from the US. And Vermont Academy was there. New Hampton was there. So I almost actually went to New Hampton school, but the coach kind of ghosted me. So I was like, all right, I'll go to VA. That's kind of how it went with college too. Not anyone ghosting me, but it was pretty easy for the coaches there to get me because I was like, yeah, I'll go here. Like I was just like low standards. Like I was just excited to be there. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Who was chasing you on the collegiate side? And like, was it going through your parents or were you handling this all yourself? Because this is a very young age to manage.
Yeah. Well, to go to high school, I had an agency that helped me out, which, fun fact, I'm working for one right now as a women's hockey manager. So I kind of help players navigate what team they could go to.
Cool.
But so, that was kind of my parents / me thinking, oh, I like this. And then the agency doing a lot of the work. And then for college, at that point, it was mostly my high school coach helping me with it of like, this team has interest, whatnot. But like Minnesota, Wisconsin, like they never, like I never spoke with them. Like they were never interested. And I think back then it was difficult for us Europeans to have that exposure and like for those teams to really know about us. And so I had interest from like Yale, Penn State, BU, Northeastern, Colgate Cornell, St. Lawrence, Mercyhurst.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I visited Cornell, absolutely hated it, no offense, but like
really?
I hated I thought it looked too like dark and depressing outside. Okay. I don't know why. The buildings were kind of weird.
Maybe time of year. Who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was probably January.
You didn't like the slope?
No.
Okay.
No.
Not a slope person.
Well, I also went to like oceanography. Like, I'm like, I'm not doing this. Right. And I didn't really realize that there's so many other classes. But that was one of the reasons I'm like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then so I stayed the night there. I actually think I met Jamie Bourbonnais because she was there
Insomnia
at that time.
Cookies? Did you go to Insomnia Cookies?
No, it wasn't a thing at that time.
Okay.
That might have
like
swayed you.
2017. Yeah, well, I picked the middle of nowhere, so I don't know what was going through my brain, but it's funny. So, and then I went for the day only to Colgate. Got a tour by Sophie Leclerc. She's amazing. Yeah. And, met Coach Fargo, Coach DeCoste, amazing. Like, amazing people. I was like, wow, the rink, the campus. Like, yeah, I like it. I'm going to go here. And that was pretty much it.
You decided that day?
Yeah, like ask Coach Fargo or Coach DeCoste. Like we actually joked about it with Steph this year. I'm like, how easy was it to get me? He was like, it was crazy. Like
we didn't do any work.
Yeah, no.
You just came and said, hey, I'm going to come here.
No, for sure.
Cool.
That's wild. But when you know, I find when you're on a college campus and like, had you met anyone on the team or were you just walking into that blind?
No, I was just walking into it blind.
Were you aware of the history, like of their seasons prior?
Well, so Nemo was there. No Bauerova.
Okay. Yeah.
So she played there, but she wasn't there in 2017 yet. So
right. So you're just like, this campus feels right. I'm where I'm supposed to be.
But I also had like low standards. Like I almost got like screwed over by another university because they're like, oh, you'll get free unlimited gear. You'll get this and that. You won't get that at any other college. I'm like, wow. And like, we don't know. In Europe, you just don't know because you go to school, you pay for everything. You buy your gear. Yeah. Like, it's just not that. So I was like, wow, like, fine, I'll go. Like, it was like a child on Christmas. Like I would have literally gone anywhere where they were like,
free sticks.
Your parents won't have to buy this. I'm like, oh my God, good. I'll save them some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, and then I was told by one of the Czech players who actually played in the NCAA, she was like, no, like everyone does that. I'm like, okay, good to know.
Yeah. I'm glad I asked.
Yeah. And so obviously Colgate was wonderful and I loved it, but I do think I had low standards going into it. And I was just really grateful for any place, just like I am now. Like, obviously, here the standards are very high among the league, but like I'm just very grateful to be a part of it, So that's just, no matter where I go.
Well, you clearly thrived.
Yeah. I want to go back further for a second. Yeah. You were talking about like how different it was being a European player coming into the league and getting recruited for NCAA. What was your perspective of women's hockey as a kid? Like when you were first playing, I know I'm going way further back here, but when you were first playing as a kid, I know you had a brother that played, but what was your kind of perspective on women playing hockey when you were younger?
I thought it was cool. When I played women's league in Czech, I played with like 35-year-old mothers who barely knew how to skate. So I was like, this is great. Like I get to like be one of the best and whatnot. And it was really nice and fun because now all of a sudden you weren't changing in a janitor's closet at a rink, but you actually had your locker room with your teammates. But just the level wasn't really good,
Yeah.
Right.
So
did you have a goal though? Like were you playing because you loved it or did you see yourself playing in the SCHL or was the final goal NCAA type of thing?
I remember the league NWHL.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, I actually remember I was a big Instagram poster. Like we probably all were.
Oh,
like, we posted everything.
Throw the filter on it and just put it right up.
And I remember just taking a screenshot of the Lowell rink and it was like NWHL on the whatever like graphic. And I'm like, oh, I want to play here one day. Like, so that's like,
that's cool.
Yeah, goes back to that.
Keep saying that because you keep doing it. Like, just say, I'm going to win the lottery today, and then
go keep buy manifesting things.
Yeah, that hasn't happened.
You're really good at manifesting stuff. It's
Thank
crazy.
You. But I did always think that I was going to be a good mom, and Spritz is making that happen too.
See?
Yeah, that's awesome.
What was the biggest adjustment coming over? Was it like the food? Was it the snacks that you missed? Was it learning to cook on your own? I don't know if you had cafeterias or whatnot, but what was the biggest adjustment as a young kid coming over to North America?
I think just the culture, but also language. Like I would take extra classes at home, but until I came here, I was like, yeah, I'm good at speaking English. And then I came and I was like, oh, no, I'm not. So that was kind of hard. But I actually love learning and I'm a history nerd. So there's a lot of layers that, kind of supported my interest in getting better in English. And so that's kind of how I improved my accent and whatnot. And food. Like I'm a big foodie. Yeah. I love food. Like I love going out.
Yeah.
I won't go. If I'm going to like Shake Shack, I'm not taking it out. I have to eat there.
Sit and eat there.
Is it because it tastes bad once it sits in the bag or something? It's a little mushy.
And it's just
I totally
a different
agree.
vibe.
Even like when you get it delivered to your house, it's kind of good, but it sits there
it's
mushy
the vibe
in the bag.
atmosphere. She likes the surrounding. The surrounding adds to the food, right?
Exactly. It's the experience.
You're so right.
Yeah.
What's the spot in Colgate? What was your go-to spot in Colgate? Rig?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I know lots of things.
Wow.
You ever have it for breakfast?
Yeah.
What was the breakfast order there? That's crazy.
Just so everybody
tikka
wondering
masala.
what Rig is, it's Royal Indian Grill.
Yeah. A lot of people had stomach issues after it. I never did.
And you had tikka masala for breakfast?
Yeah.
Like what?
And naan. Regular naan.
Not the garlic naan?
No garlic because it beats the taste of the sauce.
Okay, that's fair.
But I got it without chicken a lot. First of all, because I consumed it so much, the money added up.
Yeah.
This way, I was friends with the workers. They're like, yeah, we'll just give you the sauce and, it'll be
just get out of our
$11 instead of 18. I'm like, give it to me.
So you had rice with sauce and
naan, yeah.
And so no protein.
Meal. And so that way I saved money. That way the chicken was a little questionable, I have to say.
Okay.
So I was like, this way, it's the perfect world.
So if you went back, like, let's say if we were like, let's go. We go there and you walk into Rig. Would they be like, oh, Kalty, here's your order?
That's the thing. They changed the workers a lot.
Oh,
I don't know for what reason. But at the time, there would be 5 to 10 workers that knew immediately. I never grabbed the menu. They knew immediately.
They just brought you.
And you always sat in there too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alone. I went alone a lot of times. I
so
did not
awesome.
care. I just sat there.
It's part of the experience.
And it was always half empty. And it was like this great music. It was like music from India. And they're wonderful. And they had like these lights, like LED lights, colors, like just go, like it was an experience.
LED lights.
Like just like flashing different colors.
I love it.
Have you got into the food scene at all in New York?
Yeah. Well, the pizza. I only eat American pizza with ranch.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very different than European pizza.
I honestly agree. Like I think that New York style pizza is a ranch dipping type. But if it's like Italian.
Why? Because you have to fold it?
I don't know. It just tastes so much better.
No, it's because it's just cheese with like tomatoes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, you don't eat it because of the taste of the ingredients itself.
Right.
I mean, I do.
What
do you mean?
Have you ever had European pizza?
Like from Italy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Really? And you think it's the same?
Well, no, because when I go there, I don't order. I just have, no, it's definitely different.
Okay.
I honestly think it's like a different genre of food even.
No,
like,
it is.
I like, honestly, if I have like a pizza from an Italian restaurant that's thin.
pizzas here.
100%.
Yeah. But sometimes you can get a good like Neapolitan style.
Yeah, but listen to this. I have
style.
a funny story.
Tell me.
Okay, so I've been staying in Prague a lot, and me and my very good friend, we are like, let's get a pizza. And she's like, I have ordered it a bunch of times through like Uber Eats, whatever. She's like, I've never been there. I'm like, okay, well, Uber Eats adds like $10. So let's just go get it. Like, I have a car, whatever.
Yeah.
So we go there the first time. I get quattro formaggi. She's like four cheese, right? Yeah. She gets similar, but she gets spinach and chicken on it. And we go back. I'm like, oh, you get free Coke. So when I drink Coke, I only drink it with burgers, KFC, McDonald's, any fast food pretty much, or pizza.
Okay. I love this recipe that
and
you got
I have
going.
to put a straw in it. Because I don't like the
can.
Press. Yeah, no. Like, because your mouth is already messy.
Yeah.
So I'm like sipping my Coke through my straw, eating this creamy pizza. So good. We're like, this is it.
Why creamy?
because it has the
cheese
cream base.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why it's very different than American cheese, because there we do it with cream and it's very like actual cheese. Here it's like tomato and then we throw like mozzarella on it.
The shredded kind even, not real mozzarella. I know. I respect that.
Yeah, and so anyway, so we went so much that, well, so they're like Ukrainian owners, so it's really funny. So the lady has like this like very like grandma vibe. Like it's different than Czech. Like a lot of Czechs are like, yeah, here you go. This lady, like she is the best.
Aww. She's your adoptive grandmother.
Listen to this. So we have gone so much that she now knows like when we're gone and when we come back. And I call and she's like, yep. Do you need it earlier? Do you need it? I'm like, yeah, I'll ETA 18 minutes. She's like, okay, we'll have it here for you. I go there. She gives me tomatoes and plums from her garden.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah, I chat with her. Their daughter is a figure skater in Prague, so she's very young. And they have like these birthday parties where they make pizzas for the kids. And
unreal.
It's the best pizza I've ever had. Like I'm telling you, if you go to Prague, hit me up. I'll tell you.
We'll
going.
do a full food tour.
No, you need to.
100%.
And so every time we go, like she's like, here's my tomatoes, like here's my plums.
You're gonna have fun eating in New York, I will say this.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
It won't be Prague, but yeah.
No, it won't be Prague
Prague
pizza.
Yeah.
But it'll still be good.
Prague pizza from my grandparents,
From my your adoptive grandmother.
Well, sipping your Coke. That reminded me when you were talking about sipping your Coke out of a straw. Before we started the interview, we were talking a little bit about drinks on the bench. I was saying how I like still water because like I like to pretend to be healthy, and we all like have to drink 6 liters of water a day now because that's part of being a human. But you'd prefer sparkling water on the bench.
Yeah, not on the bench though, because that's just would be too complicated. But any other time, yeah.
If you could, would you?
If I could, I would.
Because it's just because it explodes in the water bottle, right?
Yes.
But when you get off for warmies.
Yeah, because we're sponsored by like a grocery store and they give us this water.
Okay.
And it's normal sparkling water, but that's why we have it there. Because, so I just go, and at Worlds, I would consume so many sparkling waters. And when we don't have any, I'm like upset.
I feel the same way in my general day-to-day life.
Well, okay, but
Are you not burping a lot?
A lot, yeah.
Like the whole time
I
out there?
burp a lot.
But I burp
like
a lot
it.
and I enjoy it.
I do too. I burp a lot and I like it.
I've
Give me the
embraced
sparkling
it.
water, I want to burp again.
My friends are like, ew.
Are you?
It's not like they're smelly burps. They're air burps.
Well, it depends. They will be smelly it depends what you ate for pregame.
Okay, but it's just water burps.
Just water burps.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I mean.
Are you prototypical Euro where you're making an espresso before
I don't drink
the game?
Coffee.
Yeah, okay, me neither.
Not a coffee drinker,
Me
but
neither.
I would eat a Blizzard in an elevator.
What?
Fun fact, I don't know if Fargo wants this to be on there, but
it's okay.
When we had a ECAC championship game in 2022, I believe, or 23, 2023, I was caught in an elevator with a DoorDash, Uber, or DoorDash, Blizzard in an elevator 4 hours before a game, and Fargo just got on. I'm like, hey.
Busted.
Yeah.
Pre-game blizz.
Well, I'm like, listen, I don't drink coffee. Like, I need to get moving besides just my natural excitement, which obviously comes soon enough. But like,
and how else am I supposed to do that without a Dairy Queen Blizzard?
Exactly. And the sugar gets me going.
What's your flavor?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
Nice.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Or stracciatella. That would be like a gelato in Europe.
Okay.
That'd be like go-to ice cream.
Okay.
Nice.
Stracciatella.
I dig.
Stracciatella.
Worlds was pretty special this year outside of the sparkling water, though.
Oh,
Getting to do it on home soil. I know it didn't end exactly the way you wanted to, and the way that honestly I think the world was
hoping it ended.
Kind of pulling for, because it was just, we weren't actually there. Like, we watched it on TV, but I was feeling emotional and feeling the magic through the screen. Like, I was so happy for you guys to get to have that moment on home ice with everything, with how much your program has grown after in the last 4 or 5 years. What was the experience like for you?
Yeah, it was obviously coming back into the national team. So I had some tournaments under my belt, and I remember I was really nervous at those tournaments, especially the one in Czech prior to the World Championship, because I was like, wow, I'm playing in front of my parents after so long.
Yeah.
So I'm like nervous or anxious. And then I remember Worlds, but I went into it very like, I'm like, this is my first tournament back, and it was very relaxed. There was there was a lot of expectations, but I didn't feel any. I'm just like, I just want to go and play. Like, I'm so excited. And it was so great. Like all of it. Like I went to volunteer practices. Like I really enjoyed it completely. Like I really, took the experience and went with it. So it was really, really fun.
Your career with that national program is like kind of unique to me because like, do you think coming over to North America hurt your chances on making potentially your national? Because you didn't make, you made the under 18 team, but then you didn't play again for your national team until your senior year university when you were putting up mean numbers. I mean, just so everyone can understand how much of a stud Kalty is here. She is the all-time leader in goals with 111 at Colgate, okay? She became the second player to reach the 200-point mark, and that's behind Danielle Serdachny, and ended her career with 233 points. That is certifiably insane what you were able to do. So to me, like, I'm not good at math, but this math ain't mathin' for me. Like, why did it take till your senior year for you to be able to don that jersey again?
Well, first of all, those numbers wouldn't be possible with my teammates. That's to say, but well, there was a coaching change, there was in Czech before Carla came, I think it was not as professional as it is now. And so, I don't know, I struggled with that a little bit and I just didn't feel like it was a healthy environment for me. So, when I got back, it was after I felt 100% mentally ready because mental game is everything in an athlete. And we don't talk about that in Europe, really. Like, it's a taboo. And so that's why it was much more difficult to kind of get it out there and to explain, like, I'm not back. Not because, like, this is also, I feel bad for the national team. When Carla got there, I still wasn't playing for the team. And it wasn't because Carla didn't want me to be on the team. I was in touch with her. It was more because we don't talk about mental health. And I didn't even feel comfortable talking about mental health there. And so that's why it wasn't me not wanting to play for the team. It wasn't the national team not wanting me to play for the team, but like I just wasn't ready at that point yet. And so I had to feel mentally ready because I didn't want to go and just give it my 50%. I needed to give it 100. And I knew if I wasn't mentally prepared, I wouldn't go.
Man, you're wildly mature, like from the beginning. You're an old soul, hey?
Yeah, but that was challenging. Like a lot of people, there's so many presumptions.
Outside noise. Yeah.
Like so many people make stuff up and they think like, oh, this is why she did this is why this happened, and it's not like that at all. But it's only the people that take the time to really find the true story that will learn. And that's why I let my actions speak more than my words, because I gave up to kind of convince people to believe in me, or the right people will believe in me and will stand by my side. But that was definitely a difficult time for sure, because there was a lot of talk about it and a lot of hate at times.
Yeah. Not your job to convince people. Only your job to do the right thing for you. And apparently you did. So congrats. Good for you. And it's like crazy. Like, I'm much older than you times a million, but like the way you speak is so it's no surprise that you like graduated with distinction.
Yeah, that's so master's. Crazy how you didn't like school in Czechia.
How do you know all of that? That's interesting.
We know people.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Anyway, I just got my diploma, so I'm surprised. But yeah, it was with distinction.
Did you? Nice. You framed that thing?
Yeah, it's in my room at home, yeah.
Good for you. Master's in what?
Education or in teaching.
Oh, awesome. And you do coaching in the summers?
Yeah.
Do you see that for you after? I know we're going
I do,
in a far
but
way.
it overlaps. So it's a humanity degree. So any kind of work with people, like I've experienced from teaching at a high school and middle school, and I've experienced with working with people. So any administration or teaching, coaching, it just goes hand in hand. And
Yeah. I guess we'll end it on a question about New York.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that just like a little bit. There's a 2-part here, and Julia, you can add to it or tell me to shut up if you want. But like, you're being reunited with Fargo, which is pretty friggin' cool. One, how excited are you to be able to play under his guidance and leadership again? And 2, being the first European drafted first overall, obviously I think I know your answer because you talked about expectations already. But do you think that adds expectations for your performance this season as a rookie? And I mean, do you enjoy having those expectations and that pressure put on you?
Yeah, so Coach Fargo, I'm really excited to play for him. He's a great guy, great coach. I was thriving in his we play free style of game at Colgate. And so although it might change a little bit in the pro game, adding more systems or being less of a play-free team, and it might not. But I'm just really excited to be, a part of his leadership, and he's great. So like I feel like I can be confident and play my game with him being my coach, and we know each other so well, and we're genuinely like friends off the ice, so.
Really You're ready to be beefing with a lot of people out there too. I know you like to stir the pot and
play on the edge.
Can't even wait it. I can't even wait.
Yeah, play on the edge.
It's my kind of player.
I feel like that's going to be New York's new thing. Like I feel like New York is coming into the season with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, and Phil can chirp too. Like,
oh yeah,
she can.
Yeah,
and she does.
Yeah, but back to your question with the expectations. Like I don't really think about that too much because then it would consume your head. Like you just go and work hard, and it's a motivation in the back of my head. Like when I'm pushing a sled, that's 100 kilograms. Like I'm like, oh, I can't. And then I'm like, PWHL, Olympics. And it's like, that's the motivation. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm the first overall here, we're done. Yeah. Like that the work starts now kind of thing.
Yeah.
The work starts now. That feels like a good spot to end it. Thank you so much. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Spritz. We need to have Spritz on this podcast.
Spritzy, get over here.
I know,
we need
Spritzy,
you.
I love you.
Honestly, if we could find some sort of sponsor to bring Spritz over in a safe way that's
Who's got a PJ that would fly Spritz over?
That would fly the hamster.
Please make it work. I'm literally asking you, make it work.
We should ask Mark Walter himself if he will fly.
Babysit.
No, you want to.
Yeah.
You want to.
I want to. I don't know if I'm up to standards.
My neighbor's got a hamster named Nibbles. I feel like I've got experience. I have experience.
So cute.
Do you love Nibbles?
I love Nibbles.
Okay, good. Like any of my friends who are like, oh, I'm like, who do you think you are?
And my cousin had a hamster named Willie, and we all loved Willie.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I have to say, Spritz, the name beats them all. But
yeah,
I'm biased a little bit.
Spritz is great.
It's a good
Next hamster I would have, it would be beer.
Nice.
Beer?
Just beer.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Call him Brewski.
Aw. That's nice.
That's cute.
All right, thanks. We're cheering for you this year. It's going to be awesome to watch you play. We're excited for you.
Thank you.
What a character, Tessa. Like, imagine walking off the elevator and seeing your coach when you got the blizzard in hand, like a couple minutes before.
Depends what size, though. Like, is it the mini?
Depends what size. I always rip a mini blizzard. Like, that's not even me, like, trying to be like, oh, I just have a mini blizzard. I actually love a mini blizzard. It's the perfect amount.
Yeah. You know what? Megan Augusta and I used to eat a little thing of Fruit Loops before, after our pregame meal, just a little something sweet.
Yeah.
And our nutritionist told our head coach to get rid of them. And so we used to like flirt with whoever our servers were. And be like, you guys just sneak us like 2 boxes and like hide them under one of the trays. So every day we would go eat and we'd look under the trays and like put it in our pouch.
So funny. I've heard guys in the NHL do the same thing with like Caesar dressing and stuff when the coaches pull all the good dressings and sauces. You're hiding them. That's awesome.
That's good.
We're going to skip the sentence segment this week, guys, just because we didn't have the opportunity to tease it. But first sentence segment on Tuesday, text us, call us, DM us for that. Remember, the call line is 1-929-542-2442. The email is jocksinjills@thepwhl.com. Again, you'll leave us a message if you call us. Just speak clearly, and you might hear your voice on the podcast, which would be extremely cool. The first Dr. Jill will drop next Friday, so send in those questions as well. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Shark Ninja, as always. We love you guys so much. We love everything you send us. We love your support of the PWHL. Thank you. Sober Carpenter, we're so happy to have you on board. I think with the late night games, there's going to be many Sober Carpenters consumed during the Jays games. I can't have beers that late and go to sleep and have a good day the next day. So there's going to be a lot of Sober Carpenters consumed during this World Series. Thank you all for waiting so patiently for us to come back over the summer. We are so excited for season 3. So much fun stuff in store. Again, we tease that new show dropping for Buckles, new segments, extended social coverage, back to 2 shows a week. We are so back, Tessa. Follow us on social media, Jocks and Jills. Subscribe to the PWHL's YouTube account. Yeah, find us everywhere on social. We love you all. jocksinjills@thepwhl.com if you want to email us. And we'll talk to you Tuesday.